All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Friday morning. May the Lord Jesus bless you all. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for your goodness, your mercy, your grace, your love, your healing, your provision. God is so good, guys. He is so good. I'm in awe at his goodness on this beautiful Friday morning, and I do pray you all are very blessed as well. Bitcoin, baby, we are pumping. We are pumping. We are at our target, $120,000. This is the make it or break it level where we determine. This is literally, guys, today marks the day that will determine what kind of conversation we have at Thanksgiving dinner this year. The proverbial Thanksgiving dinner discussion where we get to tell all our relatives and friends and family that we were right about crypto and they were wrong. And how we're rich and how they're not. And how we're going to retire, but they still have to go to work. All right? Depending on what happens here is going to determine that conversation. Because we might have that I'm rich and you're not conversation here, but we also might have that whole, well, you know, look, I'm in it for the technology kind of conversation, right? I'm in it for the long term, right? I mean, it's bullish for the past 10 years. Don't worry, it'll go back up. I'll be all right. I'll be okay. You know, that is what is going to determine the conversation right here at this key level, because the Bitcoin price right now is at a very key level. Oh my goodness. Do you see what I see? The value area high of the range, baby. Major shout out to everybody in the chat. All right. We got to give a major shout to the BBL doctor, to preparing for war, for watering Satoshi, for Mackie Bells, for Joe Potter, Joey Harris. What is going on, guys? Mihai, you're trying to join your premium. Can you please tell more about it? Man, every single video I've made for the past 25 years, I've been shielding my dang premium Discord, man. Shout out to Brennan. Everybody's so bullish, piling into longs. Market makers will let y'all get away with it. A flush is inevitable. Inevitable. Man, we're going to see. We're going to check it out, man. We are going to check it out. As you can see, we are in a little bit of a long trade. It's a little bit of a long trade. Man, it's a little bit of a long trade. I told you guys that I wasn't going to make $100,000 on my long trade from down here. I did make about $20,000 on this move, all right? Dang it. But I'm not going to think about that, guys. I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to focus on the here and now. I'm going to focus on the today. I'm going to focus on the fact that KCEX has the lowest fees, giving up to $21,000 bonus now. Man, this is making me really FOMO. If you use the link in the description, I'm also going to talk about how WEEX has very low fees, and how BLOFIN, where I am in a short trade, up $28. This is the place to short, man. If you're not hedging from this zone, I don't know what to say. I could have taken some juicy profit on this, but I had a limit order set here at 120.444. Because this is the make it or break it zone. But BLOFIN is offering 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, and very low fees. That is what I'm going to talk about. And also, we're going to be talking about this Bitcoin price here. Because like I said, we are at a crucial level. We're going to do some top-down analysis right now. We are going to do some top-down analysis. Major shout out to Crypto Coons, holding it down with the wrench. Do we have an egg code for today? Guys, we do have an egg code for today, all right? The code is glasses. Glasses. And if you don't know what the egg code is, join the Discord. You can join the free Discord, or you can join the premium Discord. Basically, guys, we give away eggs, and these eggs are going to be your pathway to giveaways, rewards, and prizes. All right? These eggs are going to earn you rewards and prizes in the Discord to get cash. Literally money. We're giving away money. We're giving away tons of cool stuff. You're going to be able to participate in games and win a whole bunch of cool giveaways and all this kind of stuff, all right? So if you join the Discord right now and you go to the Quest channel, all right, and you click this claim thing, and you type in the word glasses right here, glasses, like this, GLASSES, and hit submit, you're gonna get yourself some eggs. Man, I just got 5 eggs. All right, pretty dang cool. Man, I love me some eggs. You know, that saturated fat, that cholesterol. You can't go wrong. Alrighty, so what's going on with the Bitcoin price? Let's start on the monthly time frame here. The end is near. The end is near, guys. The end of the bull run is very near. Why? Because we have bearish divergence, triple drive on the monthly. We go to the weekly. What do we see? Honestly, it looks like the end is near. Why? We have bearish divergences forming here. We have the money flow getting lower here. Right? Look at that. The money flow is getting lower. The end is near. Let's go to the daily time frame. And so, before we go to the daily time frame, I do want to say this, guys. The end is near, but I'm bullish for one more big push to the upside. Let me be clear. The end is near, but let me be clear, my dear. When you see the 7-day time frame looking like this, the 7-day time frame on Bitcoin, where the money flow is getting thick, like a White Castle milkshake. If you guys live near White Castle, you know what I'm talking about. You get a milkshake. It's basically like soft serve ice cream that's been sitting out for about 15 minutes. It's so thick, you need a spoon to drink it. And you got the green dot printing here. You got the momentum wave looking juicy. You got a head and shoulders inverted pattern here on the yellow oscillator. This is telling us push city is coming. All right, push. We're about to push that baby out. We've been in labor all this time. The contractions are building with intensity and frequency. All right, they're 30 seconds apart. Very intense contractions. All right, that baby is about to come out. How is that baby going to fit out of there? I don't know, but those have been coming out of those since the beginning of humanity. It's going to happen sometime. And then boom, it just comes right out. The baby comes out. Blah! Taking that first breath of air. When the baby comes out, it's been in water for 9 months. It's out of breath, holding the breath for 9 months. It comes out, taking a big gasp of air, pumping the Bitcoin price all the way to $130,000. Okay, but when we look at the higher time frames, like the monthly, right, we are seeing signs. The end is near. The end is near. One big push, and the end is near. All right, we go to the daily, and what do we see? I said, what do we see? We go to the daily. What do we see? What do we see? I said, what do we see? Come on, Market Cypher. Here's what we see, guys. Here is what we see. We see ourselves a very nice hidden bullish divergence. Make a high. We come down, make a trigger wave. This is setting us up for, in my opinion, another drive of bearish divergence. Right? Let's not get too bullish here. Let's look at the money flow here. Getting lower, right? This is very bullish in the moment. This is a bullish 2-day, a bullish 7-day, a bullish daily, but this next big push is setting us up for some pretty big bearish divergences, which does line up nicely with the 4-year cycle, right? We would expect the top to be in around now, Q4 2025 to Q1 2026, okay? So if we continue to push up here, and if we hold right now above the value area high of this range, 120,300, and man, right now, I'm telling you, it's looking good. Like I said, it is looking so good. It's looking so good. Like an 85% fat, premium steak, farm-raised, 100% grass-fed, grass-finished burger on the grill. All right? It's looking that good. Because look at this. This is the daily candle. We closed yesterday's daily above the level. Then today, Asia and London, they tried to push us back down from resistance. But right now, we're forming a bullish hammer candle right up here. It's looking good. All right. This 786 at 120.8, this is it, man. We reclaim that 786. We're most likely going to hit a new all-time high. And that new all-time high is most likely going to be just around 130,000. Now, why do I say? Why do you say, Jay? Hey, Jay, why do you say? Jay, why do you say? The reason why is because of this, all right? It all has to do with our good friend Fibonacci. What was his first name? Was it Nicola? I forget his first name. The guy who discovered the Fibonacci sequence. But we take it from the low in 2019 to the high in 2021 to the low in 2022. And you can see here that our next Fibonacci target, and this is not exact because I'm not using a magnet tool and we're on a massive time frame, but you can see our next fib target here is going to be around the $130,000 level. The $120,000 1.618 level did in fact give us resistance. And so if we make another push up we're most likely going to hit that next key Fibonacci level around $130,000, where we do need to expect resistance. And honestly, I would expect quite a large pullback from that area because of these bearish divergences that have been building here. Remember, the bear divs can only build for so long, all right? The bear divs can only build for so long. And of course, we have a moonshot target of the 2-to-1 Fibonacci extension at 145-ish thousand. All right, but right now, we're just at these key levels. Now, there is one word of warning that I will give here, which is this, all right? Which is this. There is a chance that we don't make a high and we reject from the 886 Fibonacci, which is coming in right now. Let's go ahead and put the prices on the chart. Our 886 Fibonacci right now is going to be 122.6. All right. So I'm expecting, if we hold above 120, a new all-time high. But we also have to be aware that there is a chance that we reject from 122.6. Why 122.6? It's the 886 Fibonacci. It would basically be like a triple top setup, right? We have our hit number 1. We have the liquidity grab of hit number 1, and then we come back for that historic resistance and come back down toward the bottom of the range. We do need to be aware of that, all right? But probabilities, I'd say, are that we do make a new high. We do make a new high. We come above 125,000. We come up. I would expect us to actually front run 130, because 130 is such a key psychological level for Bitcoin that I wouldn't be surprised if we top out like 128. Right? We get that big move. Everyone's expecting 130, but we don't actually ever hit 130. We top out a little bit earlier. All right? So that's kind of what I'm expecting. Now, when we go down to the lower time frames, I do have to say things look quite healthy here. The 4-hour money flow is looking very thick. We formed a nice bullish divergence here at the low. Let's go to our 1 hour. Let's see how things are looking. Check out the 1 hour market cipher. Shout out to Spiritual Trade Podcast. He says, don't sleep on dude, guys. Okay, so look at this. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. So we are starting to see some bearishness forming a little bit here on the 1 hour, a little bit. Let's go to our 24 minute. Okay, 24 minute. This is quite interesting, guys. We have a really deep trigger wave here. Honestly, this to me looks like we're going to consolidate and then get another push up, in my opinion. However, and I want to be very clear about this, guys. As I've shown you publicly, I'm short. Okay? So let me explain. I think things look bullish here. I think it looks like, especially if we're going to hold this level, which we did last night. We held it at 4 a.m. London Open. We held this level. As long as we are holding this range here, I'm expecting higher prices. But please understand, where we are at right now is a very key resistance. If we lose this level, then I'm not going to be so bullish, right? And the reason why I took a short from this area, guys, is simply because it is a make it or break it zone. All right? I understand that this is very important resistance. And so if we're going to not come any higher, this is the level where we reject from. And if you're up $15,000 in profit and you come to a very key resistance, and you're still bullish, like I still think we can come higher, but you have to think to yourself, okay, this is a good place to short. Why? Well, because I'm risking, like, I think like, I don't remember exactly how much, but it's very little compared to how much profits I have right here. Okay, so this is an insurance short. If we dump from here, I'm going to be able to make money on the way down, right? But this is an insurance policy against my long trade, because if I wasn't short here and we dump, you know, I'm just bleeding money. Okay? So I'm very aware of what's happening right here. I'm very aware. I've got my risk management on point. I'm still expecting higher targets, but I'm aware that this could be a place where we reject from. But all things considered here on the chart, it really does look to me like we could get another big push. Let's take a look at the order flow. Let's take a look at the order flow and see what we know from the flow. What do you know from the flow? All right. It's my first time looking at order flow. Oh my goodness! Whoa! Just kidding. There's nothing that crazy here. Let's wow. So the one thing I would say about this, guys, is this has been a very healthy move to the upside. Since Tuesday, this has been a very healthy move to the upside. We have seen new money coming in. This is aggregated order flow across derivative futures. Increase of order, increase of open interest, increase of CVD, which is basically showing us that, yeah, this is a healthy move. It's being facilitated by actual money coming to the market. This is not a short squeeze. In fact, yeah, this is really not a short squeeze, right? We're not seeing shorts getting wrecked here. I mean, we did see a few get wrecked right here, but in general, this last big push up, you know, this whole thing is fueled by actual longs opening, right? So it's pretty healthy. Let's take a look locally at this little range here. This is just like some consolidation. We're not seeing bearish CVD divergences right now, which is actually a healthy thing. And when we take a look at Market Cipher, I'd say it looks like we formed a really nice bottom here. And I would say that I would be looking for right now, if we were going to get another push up, you know, as New York opens, if New York gives us a pump and dump, I would be very interested in basically coming down once again to the London low, which we can put around 119.255. And let's go ahead and pull our Fibonacci from the low to the high here. Let's see, like, where would I be looking for a bounce? Yeah, wow, look at that. We also came right to the golden pocket there. Let's pull a little bit of volume here. Boom. Let's pull a little bit of volume here. Boom, bam, bam, boom, 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 bam, boom. Boom, beam, bam. Yeah, so I would honestly be looking to come down to around 118.9-ish if we get a little bit of a dump here. Basically come down to this area right here, this high volume node, the value area low, the 786, and just kind of form this little range here. And then get another push to the upside. That would be an interesting place to come down to be honest with you. And if we do come down there, what would we see on Market Cipher B? We would see very bullish divergences, right? We would see the juicy, uneven butt cheek pattern, a very large and in charge butt cheek on the left and a very skinny butt cheek on the right. That's exactly what we'd want to see as we came down to that area for another big push to the upside. Now, let's talk about, because remember, we are at key resistance. So let's not be one-sided here, okay? Let's do a little thought experiment, all right? Let's flip the chart upside down. Okay, we flip the chart. Let's flip the chart upside down, okay? We zoom out a little bit. Now, if this was the chart, right? Let's just pretend this was a chart and it wasn't upside down. What would we all be looking for? We would be looking for us to take the low, and we would say, you know, we would take that low, we would have bullish divergences with the money flow getting thicker on the 24-minute time frame. We would say to ourselves, you know what? I would definitely be looking for this long trade here. We take the low, you know, and we shoot up this way, right? Let's be honest. And we would probably be looking to come back towards 114. Oh my goodness. You know, if the chart really was upside down, guys, this is a trade that we would be absolutely looking for, right? We're looking to take all this liquidity right here and hit into this support resistance flip that we have going all the way back to here, right? So, am I bullish and looking for a move to the upside? Yes. But we also do need to be aware that as we form this local range at key resistance, a local short entry trigger would absolutely be making another high and then losing that high, right? Something like this. Remember, the chart is upside down. We lose that high, we got our bear divs. That would actually be an entry trigger right there for a short trade, taking it back down to around, you know, between 116 and 114.8, right? So in general, we say like the back test of 115.5, all right? Things that we do need to be aware of. We need to be ready to play both sides of the candlestick, right? What's price going to do? Go up, go down? Well, it depends. We can't know for certain what price is going to do, but what we can know for certain is that we can make a plan for anything. That way, if we do pump, if we do dump, you know, we have a plan to take advantage of the volatility, right? Also, guys, turning the chart upside down is a great way to really be objective on the market, you know, especially if you always have a bullish bias, right? It's really hard for you to see bearish signs. Turn the chart upside down, and if the chart looks bullish upside down, that'll give you a hint. Well, maybe it looks a little bit bearish, right? Maybe it's actually a little bit bearish, right? We can see some bearishness starting to form here, but I think there's a good case to be made that we do get another move to the upside. And remember, the month of October. Wait, that doesn't rhyme. Remember that right now, like when we zoom out here, the reality is that we are in fact breaking above the value area high of the range. And so right now, the only level that should really matter on our daily time frame is this one, right? This one. 120.3, the value area high of the range. We closed the daily above that level, very bullish, very good. All right, we closed the weekly above that level in 2 days, very bullish, very good. Very good looking on the high time frames. Yeah, we don't close the weekly, then obviously we look for a move back down to 117.7. We don't hold 117.7, then we do have to look back down to 114. You know? Yeah, it's quite simple stuff, actually. It's just the levels are all there. The levels are all there. So New York has opened. We're getting a little bit of a dumperoni here. Let's see, did we reject from the golden pocket? We rejected from the 786 here, guys. All right, so New York's opened. It's given us a little bit of a liquidity grab into the 786. Now we're getting a little bit of a consolidation here. Okay, all things considered, this is very, again, this is very key resistance. Definitely a place to be booking some profit, or okay? This is definitely a place to be making sure that you're not gonna lose out, all right? Okay, let's see how the order flow has been going here. We are holding the VWAP right now. This is nice. Holding VWAP is always nice. New York's been open for almost 15 minutes now. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got about 999 viewers. God bless you guys. Look, if we can get, I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. We have 999 viewers. If we can get everyone to like the video in 5 minutes, I'll give away $1,000. All right, let's do it. Set a timer for 5 minutes. All right, just turned off my dang studio light here. We can get everyone to like the video in 5 minutes. We'll give away $1,000. I'll bet you guys can't. I'll bet you guys can't. All right, let's take a look at some other assets right now. But I do want to set some Bitcoin alerts here. Let's set a Bitcoin alert if we make another high, and let's set a Bitcoin alert if we make another low. All right, it's all about the alerts. Set your alerts so you don't get hort when you're taking a short into the dort. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Well, gosh golly gee whiz. Gosh golly gee whiz. Okay, so this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. This is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. ETH, what did we do here? Now, it's been a very strange last few weeks for your boy Jason Casper. I've had a very strange few weeks. I haven't really been able to be on the charts. You guys probably noticed I haven't been able to live stream. Okay, I'm very thankful. I'm so thankful to the Lord that I'm back, walking on the treadmill with lots of energy. Okay, but look, we came down to our very key support that we've literally had marked on our chart since the beginning of September. Fibonacci golden pocket from the low to the high. Backtest of the support resistance flip. backtest of the very important $4,000 value area high. This right here, guys, when we zoom out, looks to me like a beautiful breakout backtest, and it looks like we are going to make a new high. I mean, this really does look like a beautiful kind of range here. Look at the pattern that we even formed back here, where, you know, we pump up, we make the high, make the higher high, we take the lows and then pump. Very similar. We pump up, we make the high, we take the high, we take the lows. Pretty much the same exact pattern. It looks really good. When we look at the 2-day market cipher B, we are printing a juicy hidden bullish divergence here. Right? We've got a very juicy hidden bullish divergence right here from the last low to our current low. Momentum wave is getting lower. When we go to our, let's go to our 7-day. Guys, here's a little secret. The 7-day time frame is different than the week. All right, it's different than the weekly time frame. I love the 7-day. The 7-day market cipher B is looking nice. Money flow thicker than a White Castle milkshake. Yellow oscillator getting higher. Let's go to our 12-hour. Man, that was a nice. This was a nice low on market cipher B 12-hour for Ethereum. So here's this really. I'll be honest with you. This looks really bottomed out to me. This looks really bottomed out to me. This looks like we're about to get another move of the money flow higher, right? Looks like money flow bottomed out, momentum bottomed out. We got a nice double bottom here. And so where would my target be for ETH? Well, obviously we did hit our $5,000. Did we? We front ran 5,000. Now, when you front run a psychological level like 5,000, probabilities are highest, guys, that we do in fact pump up and take that psychological level. When you like front run a psychological level like that, probabilities are highest that you pump up to take it. All right. And so I do have to say that have we ever, we basically got a double top here. We basically got a double top here on ETH. I'm pretty certain that, you know, obviously this is resistance. We expect a little consolidation here. The fact that we're backtesting this key support means most likely we're going to hit our $5,500 Fibonacci extension target. All right. Our $5,500 Fibonacci extension target. I think we got that juice. You know, I think we got that juice in us. And here's the thing, and I'm just going to be real. Okay? I am going to be 100% real with you guys. I am heavily invested in Ethereum. I have a lot of Ethereum that I bought back when FTX went down, November 2022. So right around here, guys. Right around here. So right around like a $1,300 ETH. I have a bunch of ETH that I bought in 2022. I held it all the way up. I held it all the way back down to basically my entry. And now I've held it all the way back up. Okay? I am not going to sell my ETH until we hit a $5,500 ETH. And then my next target is going to be an $8,500 ETH based on Fibonacci extension. And my moonshot is actually going to be a $10,000 Ethereum, all based on Fibonacci extensions. If we go to the high time frames here, I want to show you the reasons why I have these targets is based on this, right? From the low to the high to the low. All right. Our 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension is going to be the $5,500 ETH. Our 1.618, 8,400. And then our 2-to-1 is going to be $10,000. Those are my three main targets here. I think that obviously 5,500 is a conservative target. I think that 8,500 is still a pretty conservative target if we just see everything line up perfectly over the next few months. And we know that ETH has the propensity to give us these endless, like the February 2021. I mean, look at this. So really, you know, Bitcoin, we get these crazy pumps, right? We do get these crazy pumps. This is the very end of the Q4 leading into Q1 of 2026. And we do see ETH from basically October until November shoot up another 83%. So let's just see, where would 83% be right now? Let's just do a little bit. 16. That would be right around an $8,500 Bitcoin. I mean, that would literally be right at our 1.618 fib extension right there. Another 83%, right? And we see ETH get these crazy runs like that. You know, look at the 3-day right now. The 3-day market cipher B. Look at this. A juicy trigger wave on the 0 line. Money flow getting thicker. Let's check the 4-day. The 4-day's looking good. I have to say, across the board, Bitcoin and ETH are both looking like the end is near. But this one last big push is very plausible. Let's take a look at AVAX. Alright, AVAX right now is getting a back test of the value area high of the range. This is my AVAX plan here. I mean, this is literally, guys, we have been talking about getting into AVAX since June and July, like how it was an amazing buy back then. If we're going to hit all-time highs on AVAX, it's still a pretty good buy. I mean, we're talking 7.7 times more upside than downside here. And if, you know, we put our low... I'm putting it below this low because I think that's responsible, right? Is to put the stop below the low. But if you're going to say, okay, I'm going to put it below this low, now we're talking a really good risk-to-reward ratio. Either way you slice it, it's a pretty good risk-to-reward ratio here. Let's check out our 4-day market cipher B. Money flow thickening here on the 4-day. This 4-day money flow cross, I think, has more juice. The weekly. Man, I hope we don't print a weekly red dot here. But the money flow is looking good. Check out the 2-day. I love the 2-day. I love the 2-day. Check out the daily. I like the daily. 12-hour. I love the 12-hour too. I love the 12-hour as well. Let's go ahead and pull a fib here on AVAX from the last swing low to our current high. You know, when we take a look at AVAX here, I would say this. If we come down and make another low, we do have very, very nice support around 23.5. It's the golden pocket. It's the high volume node of this last little range. And we would see some nice bullish divs here on the lower time frames, as the higher time frames are currently printing bullish action, bullish signals. But right now, it's pretty clear that we have dipped below this value area high at $30. And we're attempting to reclaim. When we get the reclaim, all right, that is very bullish. That's showing us that the market does in fact want to trade this at higher prices here. Looking pretty good. I think it looks good. I also do hold quite a bit of AVAX. I do. And I'm holding out on all these guys. I'll be honest with you. I have not sold any altcoins. I mean, that's not true. I have sold some, but not really. I haven't sold any from my actual like portfolio, my hodl, my swing trade spot portfolio. I have not sold any of that. Okay, it's all there. It's all still there. All right. The BBL Doctor. Shout out to the BBL Doctor. Wants me to take a look at Sol. Yeah, we'll take a look at Sol. Let's take a look at Aster. All right. Aster. This is all the rage, man. This is all the rage. Is it better on Binance? Yeah. Has more historical data. Is it data or data? Let me know in the chat. Data or data? Is it tomato or tomato? So Aster, people became multi-trillionaires on. Really? It's only pumped 300%? Aster's only pumped 300%? I guess people had like pre-sale tokens or whatever. Is this really all the rage? I've been hearing about Aster. Is this really it? 300%? That's what people are all talking about? Okay, so here's the deal with Aster. We've broken out of this trend line. I would say this. Amazing opportunity. Not saying it's going to happen, but amazing opportunity for Aster is taking the low into the golden pocket. We have a 2-hour order block around that area. Let's see. we got this little consolidation zone, right? This is obviously going to be the best potential buy that we would have on Aster if we manage to get a move down to there. All right. If not, then we have to look at the range and the volume that we have in here. All right, let's pull this. Obviously, this was a very key support, but we've already missed out on it. We were bounced from the 76 value area low. We've already missed out. We're at the point of control of the range. Okay, this is key resistance. So if we start to get a pullback from this key resistance, then I would say a back test now of the trend line confluence with the local Fibonacci golden pocket is definitely going to be a place of interest for us. Oh yeah, we're talking $1.60. We're talking $1.65 to $1.70 right now locally is going to be the back test of the trend line as well as the golden pocket and the high volume node of this rise to the upside so far. Let's pull the anchored VWAP and see what else we got. Okay. Yeah, we also have the anchored VWAP from the low right around that area. I'm curious to see what's the anchored VWAP from down here. Okay, wow, that's interesting as well. We spent a lot of time below that anchored VWAP. Nice, we're above it now. Yeah, I would say a really nice buy zone would be $1.65 to $1.70. The juiciest of all buy zones is going to be $1.25. And then another opportunity here is going to be this. You know, obviously, this zone of the value area high and the POC is important resistance. And if we pull our Fibonacci, you can see that our golden pocket is up here as well. So, that being said, I would say, you know, if we reclaim this and then get a back test, that's also going to be an opportunity for us to long on a sign of strength, right? Come up, get a little bit of a rejection from this resistance here, and then come back for the back test of around $1.95 to $2. And a drop from, you know, above $2 back down to back test $2 is going to be a good place to look for that long. All right, it's gonna be a good place to look for that long. Where would I look for a short on Aster? Where would I look for a short on Aster? It would have to be this. Look at this triple top here. Look at this triple top. This is just asking. This is just asking for a swing failure pattern. Basically, a liquidity grab of this triple top, right? We come up here with some bearish signs. And I would honestly look for a short on this thing, right? Let's say we do this, we get our back test, we pump up nice and big. I would definitely look for a short trade, at least back down to our value area high, at least to back test this area. And then if we lose that area, we could take it back down to the lower. But yeah, definitely taking out these highs is a great place to be looking for bearish signs for a short trade on Aster. All right, we're just trading the sideways range, and that triple top looks ultra squeezable. Looks like a super juicy orange. Or as we say in Espanol, naranja. Naranja. Right? Bison? Is that a coin? Is that a coin? I wouldn't touch Aster with a dirty turnip. I'm going to pass. Yeah, I don't have any Aster myself, okay? I don't have any Aster myself. Alright, Bitcoin just chopping around. Chop, chop city, baby. Chop, chop city. Whoa! Chop, chop city. Guys, got to remind you that KCEX right now is giving away $21,000. Plus, they literally have the lowest fees in the game. 0% limit order, 0.01% market order. It's a great deal. Also, WEEX, guys, very low fees, and BLOFIN currently offering very, very low fees, 10% cash back, $1,000 future bonus, chance to win all these prizes. Also, guys, shout out to the Casper crew, where we do VIP streams every day, multiple times a day. We give our not signals, myself, and other instructors. in the Casper crew at jasoncaspertrading.com. Click the link to join the best VIP Discord in the world. Also, guys, if you know how to trade, but you have no money, Klein Funding, crypto prop firm, got some 15 and 25% discounts on these funded accounts. Instant Pro accounts. You don't even have to pass a challenge. You can start trading today. All right. You get a $50,000 account for about $1,000 with our 15% coupon in the description of the video. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Crypto Crank. God bless you, my bro. Shout out to Chasing Elizabeth. ETH has been disappointing so far this cycle, Jason. Everything's been disappointing so far this cycle, Chasing Elizabeth, except for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been absolutely beautiful. Don't I think the government shutdown is the reason for this perplexing Bitcoin pump? I don't know big ways. I don't pay attention to that crap. And to be honest with you, it's just too much noise for me, right? Too much noise. I don't think it's a perplexing pump, to be honest with you. I really don't. We have many technical reasons for the pump. All right, many technical reasons for the pump. And here's the thing. All right, this right here, this low, was such key support. I was long from this area. I told my VIP I was long from this area. I told the public I was long from this area. I showed my trade from this area in the red. Okay, when it was first opened. Okay. And what we have done is we have come to resistance. We've made a higher low. We held the higher low for multiple days. Yes, everyone was expecting a liquidity grab. But then, look at this. We get the move up. Back test. Beautiful. It's very technical. It is very technical. You know? We had bullish divergences here. We had a lot of bullish signs right here. We make a higher high, and we make a higher low. Technically, the swing trade idea. See, I got greedy here because I was in a trade like this, right? I was in a trade like this, and I was shooting for the high. I was shooting for $120,000 plus, right? What I did was, because I was looking for lower here, so I entered a starter position. I had 300 grand on the trade. I was looking to have like $1 million on the trade. All right. I was looking to add another 300, another 300 as we came down towards 105,000. Right. Here's what happened. As we got the pump, I started to add to my trade so that my entry was here. So my entry was here. Right. And so that trade obviously got stopped out in profits. Right. I made $10,000 on the trade instead of 100,000. But if I had just been true and been less greedy here, if I had just held my original position, well, your boy could have been up now quite a bit, right? So yeah, this we have to understand, this is not a random pump. When we zoom out onto the weekly, all right, remember, guys, remember, this is like the mother of support resistance flips here. It's the Fibonacci golden pocket from the low in June to the high. And this 618 here, this is not just any level. This is the support resistance back test of December 2024. It's a yearly support resistance flip. When we zoom out on the weekly, this is not a random pump. If this was the 5-minute chart, we'd be like, oh, cool, yeah, look, we bounced right from support. Market makers wreck everybody, make a higher low, and then boom, pump up to value area high. I mean, this is just the most technical thing in the world. When we came down to this area, what did we see on the chart? On our 2-day time frame, what did we see here? We saw extremely bullish divergence at this low, right? Which is why I was publicly very bullish this whole time here. You know, we got this big dip, but here we are back up. So yeah, this is a technical support with technical bullish levels. And so yeah, I'm not surprised that we see $120,000. Also, go back and watch my videos from all this week. All right, so starting on Monday, which was to this day here in the morning, as we were approaching 113,000, I said, this is bullish. If we can close above 113,000 and get a back test We are expecting 120,000. That's literally what I said. All right. We could go. And where did I say that? Monday's video. It was really short, actually. It was 3 minutes long. It was 3 minutes long. If we come up, and then we come back down for the back test of 113, and we back test this level, then the probabilities are highest that we make our way up to $120,000. I mean, this is exactly what we were expecting. So I don't think it's random. I don't know. Is it the government shot? I don't know. Like, it's just a technical thing on the chart. Look at that. We came up above the level. We get the back test, and boom. Pretty crazy. That's why you need to like and subscribe to the channel, because sometimes I'm not in the mood to go live and I just make a little 3-minute video to tell you exactly what the Bitcoin price is going to do, because the reality is every long video I make that's hours and hours really could be summed up in about 3 minutes. But if I only post 3-minute videos, I don't get the views and the likes and the clicks, and it's very bad for my self-esteem. Because my self-esteem is based on the likes and the viewers and the clicks and the Twitter comments and the posts. You know? All right. We got Boyne in the house. Yeah, I didn't stream for 2 weeks and then I went live when Boyne was live in the VIP. Yeah, I'm sorry, Boyne, man. But you know what? It had to be that way, bro. It had to be that way. You know why? Because it's the only time I could do it, man. And I knew as I went live and I looked at my streaming software and I saw that I was already live. I was like, dang, bro. Poor Boyne. But don't worry, man. People like you better than they like me anyway. Do I think we can see 75K until the end of this year? What do you mean? Like, we dump down to 75K and hold there until the end of the year? I don't know. Am I still bullish on Cardano? Yeah, shout out to My Crypto Goods. What's going on, bro? God bless you, man. May God bless you and your family and your wife. God bless you, man. Thank you for stopping by, bro. Yeah, I'm still bullish on Cardano. Of course. Of course. Bison is delicious. Is bison delicious? I think bison's delicious. You know, I'll tell you a thing or two about bison. Okay? I don't know if I've ever had it. Right? The only ground beef I get is from a local farm in my area. And I don't think they raise bison, so I don't know if it's delicious or not. Shout out to Sir Ball. Shout out to Mr. Sid Vicious. You saw my video about the 120 target and I nailed it 100%. How the heck should we get an altcoin season? I don't know. AVAX is the trade right now. I feel you, Crypto Crank. Man, we were just looking at AVAX and I'm feeling super bullish on it, man. I'm feeling super bullish on AVAX right now. Am I in Singapore? No, I'm not in Singapore. But, look, I know Singapore is nice, right? Because the taxes and stuff like that. But I could never live there. I could never live there. Buffalo is delicious. That's good. Bear is good. I would never eat bear. I don't eat things that have paws. I don't eat things that have paws. Crypto Crank isn't a monster long. Guys, check out Crypto Crank on YouTube, all right? An amazing trader. An amazing trader. Check him out on YouTube. Did I lose muscle mass? Yes, I did. Cisco Kid, I have lost quite a bit of weight, okay? I have just not had an appetite for like 2 weeks, all right? I've lost weight, man. Which is a shame, because I was kind of bulking up. I got myself up to around 207 pounds, up from 193. Still had like pretty crisp abs and all that, you know? Was really building my strength. And then just something weird happened to me. And even now, I just don't have an appetite, right? So hopefully I get that appetite back, you know. I'm on the treadmill again, which will pique the appetite and all that. But I've been eating like 3,500 calories a day, when historically I was eating like 5,200 a day. So yeah, like, I've lost some weight, probably water. Who knows, man? Who knows? I haven't weighed myself, but if I did, I would assume I'm like 197. That's probably a lot of water weight. Man, you could gain and lose so much water. I could literally gain 20 pounds in a day just by drinking and eating, you know? It's funny. Like, I would weigh myself in the morning and be like 195, and weigh myself at night and be like 215. I'm not even kidding. Oh yeah, Sam Price was there in Singapore. Yeah, I don't go to crypto events. You know, I just don't care. I know that's kind of dumb. I really don't care. Like, I don't know. I'm not in this crypto space to network with people and travel around the world. I'm in this crypto space so I can stay home on the homestead. I'm in the crypto space so I don't have to leave my house. That's why I'm here. I'm not here so I could take a plane to Singapore and leave my family and my home. I'm here so I can stay home with my family. Body mass went into the bear market. Yeah, lol. You only eat 1,200 calories a day? That's insane. I don't know how people do that. My brother is jacked, alright? Boyan says carbs plus water will balloon you. That's why keto's a scam. And salt. You forgot salt, Boyan. Does morning sunlight really help your skin? I don't know. I mean, look at my skin. I think I look pretty old and wrinkly, to be honest. Alright? I get lots of sun in the morning, noon, and at night. I'm always out in the sun at night, too. So, I feel like the sun's aged me a lot, man. I don't know. Makes you feel good, though. Makes you feel good. Have I seen Anatoly's videos on YouTube? Yeah, absolutely. The pumpkins are pumping? That's awesome. Yeah, God bless all y'all. Y'all are the best. I love y'all. I love y'all. Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna head out, man. It's a Friday. May the Lord bless you all. Thank you guys so much for being here. God bless you all. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.